Here's what no one is telling you about Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. It is not just a revenge thriller. It's the story about the emotional violence of being a man who's probably never allowed themselves to cry. You think it's about two ex-cons who are on a killing spree to avenge the murder of their two dead sons. And yeah, it is that. But underneath the gunfire and blood, it's really about what happens when men really start to break open after a lifetime of being told not to feel. When I was a kid, I was taught the same thing many boys are. Crying makes you weak, that control is strength, and that other people's comfort matters more than your pain. And I got really good at that. Swallowing the tears, allowing other people to cry, keeping my face calm while something inside me wanted to scream. So when I saw the title Razorblade Tears, I felt it, like physically. Those words capture what it feels like when emotion cuts through years worth of restraint. Sharp, dangerous, necessary. The story follows Ike and Buddy Lee, two ex-cons, one black, one white, whose sons were murdered for being a married gay couple. They team up to hunt down the killers, but what they're really chasing is forgiveness for the way they failed their kids, for the hate they carried, for the parts of themselves that they never faced. It's brutal, fast-paced, and deeply human. Cosby uses all the trappings of a Southern noir: grit, guns, motorcycles, blood, to pull apart what we think that masculinity means. Ike and Buddy Lee are men built from violence, raised to believe that real men don't cry, don't apologize, don't love out loud. But grief doesn't give a shit about your masculinity. And when it hits these two, it hits like a blade. Their tears come too late for their sons, for their marriages, but they still come. And honestly, the real main character here isn't actually Ike or Buddy Lee. It's the space between them. Watching these two men, divided by race and prejudice, slowly start to realize that their grief is the same shape. That's where the novel's real power lives. It's less about vengeance and more about connection. About two men unlearning the lies that they were raised with, and realizing that softness doesn't weaken you, it redeems you. Because that title, Razorblade Tears, it's perfect. It's grief that cuts. It's masculinity that wounds. Every tear that these men shed is both a weapon and a wound. You feel how grief and rage blend together until you can't tell which is which. But by the end, those tears, they start to shift from blades to rain. And that transition, that permission to feel, is maybe the most radical act in the whole book. As a man who spent most of his life fighting any tears that came, this one hit me. It's violent, yeah, but it's also one of the most emotionally honest things I've read about men processing pain. If you've ever felt that lump in your throat and forced it down, this book will make you think twice about what that's costing you. So tell me, what's the last book you read that made you feel something you weren't supposed to? I actually want to hear it.